Tonight's blog post brought to you by the letters X, Y, and Z. Ding! The first thing you must learn, young grasshopper, is that there is much to learn. Okay, so I got this thing working. Let's get right into it, and then we'll get into the problems here. I'm going to go ahead and jog. Oh, I made a little plate here. I got my inserts in, and I made a little plate out of some scrap. And we're going to jog down maybe a little faster. Okay. There we go. And then I can zero that out and regenerate toolpath at that point. We can go ahead and get that guy up in the air there. Okay, now what I want you to notice when this is running is bouncy, herky-jerky, and we'll get to that. Okay, so I think this will just work. We'll rewind that to the beginning and go. Can you hear it? I wish I could show you somehow. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, watch that point there. There you guys see it? Alright, so there you go. It works. It draws pretty pictures. What I was trying to show you there is exactly what I thought was I was gonna have a problem with, and it's the fact that this gantry has got to weigh 60 pounds, and it's top heavy as well, because I wanted to get as much Z as I could, which just made it tall, especially with the motor sticking way up there, and it shakes. It shakes not a lot, but well, and I should take that back. The shake is actually coming out of the table. I've got these little gussets way down here, but I still have all of this straight tube going up. Not to mention that the base, although beefy, is rigid. Doesn't weigh a lot, and it actually weighs far less, or probably about the same as the gantry itself. So, oh, and then in addition, I still have got these issues with these bearing blocks being kinked slightly, and I couldn't figure out how to adjust them until today. And what I did was I couldn't find my old feeler gauges, so I went out and I bought a brand new set of feeler gauges. These are for automotive use, and you can see each one is inscribed, maybe you can see it, with different numbers, like 014, that's 14 thousandths of an inch, right? And they're all different thicknesses, and so what I was able to do was loosen all the screws on these base plates, and then try different feeler gauges until I got exactly, I could tell exactly the gap there. And then, where's my sheet? I thought I had a sheet. Then I was able to write down the offsets. So I took two measurements at the front of the block and the back of the block, front of the block and the back of the block. And what it all worked out to was that that is 57 thousandths, and that's 65 thousandths. This one's 63 thousandths and 55 thousandths. So there's a curve in it like that. And what I was able to do was I went and I got some acetate, which I figured out how to cut in the laser cutter without it blowing all over the place. It's unplug the air injection, and these don't blow around if there's no air blowing. So these are 3/1000 of an inch thick, and so, like for instance here, I had to go from 057 to 065. That's plus or minus 3 pieces. And I was able to just tuck them under there. If you notice the little notches fit, where are we? Fit the screws here. So I was able to tuck it under. So that helped a lot, but it's still not done. I think I want to do another round at seeing if I can get those blocks perfectly level and get some herky-jerky out. I'm also, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm thinking of widening them. Currently, they're they're 6 inches total from end to end, and I think I might want to pull it out to there, just to stiffen it up a little bit. But it just kills me because every inch of width I add here, I lose out of total travel, and that sucks because I don't want to give up travel, period. So I'm going to try to adjust them flat and see if I can get some fluidity out of it, and the fluidity will translate into rigidity. I'm hoping. So there's that. Like I said, I'm going to beef up the base and add weight, like maybe 8 cinder blocks on it. I think cinder blocks are universal. I don't know what a British cinder block is. A big concrete block. You make walls out of it. I don't know. I think everyone calls it the same thing in the world. But big blocks of concrete on that shelf, and just weigh the bejesus out of this base. That's going to help tremendously. So, all in all, I'm really glad that I made the decision to just get the... Oh, you know what? We can go this way. I'm really glad I made the decision to get the machine running. That was probably the smartest thing I did. I made that little pen jig, you know, to hold the Sharpie, and just to kind of run it through the paces, because at this point, it's extremely obvious that I'm going to have to strengthen the base, weigh the base down, and get that Y-axis, the main gantry, going forward and back smooth. It has to be, period. Whatever it takes. It's probably going to take a while to get it just right, but there's no way around it. And I'm actually glad I'm doing it now instead of later. Heaven forbid, Christ, what if I had painted the thing and now I have to do mechanical stuff? So, made a smart idea. So there's that. And then here's some more. Oh, I started going from Inkscape into LazyCam into Mach 3, and it didn't work. And I think it's because I'm running the demo version, and I need to go ahead and spend the $200 and get the full-on version. But it did some other things too. That R is supposed to be the R from Rocket, but that's all I got. So I think I ran out of code. I think that's the limited version, because everything seems to be about that size. This curve is a lot of little lines. But there's those. Here's another R that just got chopped up somehow. I don't know. That's supposed to be rounded corners. That didn't work. I don't know. That's supposed to be a circle. Didn't come through right. Gotta figure that one out. Here's some more stars. And then this one is some G-code I found on the web that I just example G-code, and it came out really, really well. I still think my steps are off, my steps per inch. I got to adjust that a little bit as well. But slowly but surely it seems like it's all kind of piecing together a little bit. I'm ecstatic about this. This was the first thing. This is her, I don't know, I think it's probably a boy. I don't know. Alright. This was his first drawing ever. It'll go on the fridge. And this happened about 3:45 this morning. And I like this. The fact that it's doing anything at all, and that, like, you know, I can draw a square, and my square is getting back to the same point precisely. All these are working precisely. I've sort of figured out how to zero a starting point, and I'm starting to learn machine coordinates and job coordinates and stuff like that. I guess the bottom line is it's a little less overwhelming right now. I can kind of see where it's all sort of going to go. So a good day. I'm happy. I'm really happy. It's working. I have a CNC machine. It's working. The goal tonight is to screw around with this some more and see if I can figure out how to go from these 2D images into LazyCam, where I should be able to set layers and set depths, so it will. Oh, sorry. So it'll plunge, like it'll cut in, you know, three successive passes, and I hope to be making sawdust maybe tomorrow or the next day. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Wednesday, maybe by Thursday, I'll be making sawdust. And by Thursday, my parts should come in from Spark Fun, so I should have the last of my parts for the 3D printer. So we'll attack that too. Ting! So all in all, I'm still exhausted. I'm still tired, but we're making progress and headway. So there you go. Oh, and one more. I've been getting a lot of comments and questions. Why is everyone emailing me about my ring? It's so funny. Probably because that's all you see of me. Other than the sunburn, that's what your hand looks like after a week and a half, 2 weeks of welding. The sunburn is starting to go away. But that is, one second. That is my wedding band. It's a little sun, and my wife has a crescent moon on hers as well. It goes all the way around. And yes, it really hurt, especially in there. That was excruciating, and I love it. It's awesome. I recommend it to everybody because you don't lose it and you don't get it caught in tools, and it's awesome. So, to anyone, so stop emailing me. I swear I've gotten 12 emails, no less than 12, about that right there. It's my wedding band. Yes, it is my wedding band. Okay, that cleared up. That cleared up. Okay, that's it. Farewell, Wiedersehen, good night.